M85 album review. And with us today is Tim. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing well, thanks. Good.
Excellent, excellent. So today we are interviewing Tim, and we're going to talk about guitars. We're going to talk about Tim's guitar style, the sound. We've had a number of comments and people messaging asking about the sound. So we're going to delve into that. So Tim, let's start basically, I guess, at the beginning. Guitar influences, and how did you develop your playing style, which then led to your sound?
Okay. My first influences that would be way back when I was listening to bands like listening to Kiss, on other bands like Peter Frampton, and see what else led to my my influence. I had a lot of music, including even a lot of the Motown stuff as well that I was listening to. I was influenced by a lot of stuff. And then after that, Rush came along because they were kind of attached to that fantasy kind of theme. And well, it's not really fantasy. The whole Kubla Khan thing is built around that, a lot of the story and stuff. But it's really cool kind of imagery. So I was drawn to that. So the sound, my sound, I guess I really liked Alex Lifeson's sound, but I've come to realize that sound is really the combination of both Geddy and Alex together. The way that they were able to really blend the two, the bass and the guitar, to make it sound like one instrument, very powerful. So I was really influenced by that. It was really something that was visceral kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Now, what about the late 70s or 80s bands that were really popular? Styx. We had two guitars and Styx, and that was powerful. We had other bands like Boston was really on top of their game. Even the Police were huge. I mean, they had a very, very unique sound.
Yes, and I was influenced by all of those three as well too. And Boston, I used to play to both their albums in my bedroom when I was first starting. Yeah, and I would just learn to play the leads and the rhythms, and then also on the radio as well. I was listening to a cool station in Rochester at the time, WMJQ Magic 92, and it was playing all this classic rock and all these great songs, and it was very I don't know, it's just really exciting. I mean, really great music. So I really wanted to. It really made you want to play,
right?
Because you wanted to sound like that too.
When you got into your first, few bands between, 81, 82, and when I met you in 85, I mean, by the time I met you in 85, you were already a very, very well-established guitarist. You already even had, at that point when I met you, you had already really had your style down that you were playing.
I guess I did, yeah. Even though I was still searching for it,
Well, I mean, the thing that interested or caught my eye back then when we jammed the first time, I was playing guitar at that point, which very few people even remember. I was actually playing guitar, and I can remember looking over going like, wow, what is that? Like, what is he doing? Like, you had your sound, you had your pedal board. What about the pedals to create the sound that you had then? What were you using back then?
Was using an MXR Distortion Plus that I bought at Long & McQuaid's. It was an original one, one of the original ones. After the script writing on the effect itself. And then I was using a chorus, using a Boss chorus, and several other things. I went to Long McQuaid's and I bought a DOD 1200 dual digital delay as well. So I was experimenting with chorus and echo at the time. Also, there was U2 as well, who I was very influenced by. The Edge's style of guitar, I was really attracted to that. You know, his use of delay and echo really was cool.
Yeah.
I just liked the size of it. It really had it was a lot of big sound, you know. So that's what I liked.
A lot of people, a lot of guitarists today don't do what you were doing back in the 80s. And, you know, and it's something I've already talked about before, is the use of arpeggios. I mean, that is something that Alex Lifeson is known for. And obviously, you know, we talked about it, it's something that you used back in the day, and you still continue to use to this day.
Arpeggios, yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's just another influence you pick up, and I liked what he was doing there too. There's just the variation of his playing, you know, not just straight rhythm, but a lot of different things to express different moods and different moods and different dynamics in the song, you know, to keep it fresh, keep the listener, you know, wanting more, you know. You create an exciting landscape musically, and that's what I try to do.
Right.
I'm trying to. That's what I'm.
Now, fast forwarding to the album. Now, I mean, your sound on the debut album here, Marathon 85. What have you done different now today in 2020, 2021? What are you doing differently today to create that sound that you used on the album?
Before I was using a lot of effects differently, because I use them because I really like them, but sometimes they weren't really appropriate. But because I really like the sound of them, I'd use them anyway. Yeah. So, but today I use them more like a tool, you know, when it's appropriate for it. So I'll listen to it and I think about what it really could use and experiment. With you know, with chorus and delay too, and other effects, some, you know, synthesizer sounds that I have in one of my pedal boards, the Boss GT3 that I have. Yeah. And so I'm using it more as a tool and appropriate when I'm sculpting the sound, sculpting the song itself. I'm using more of a just a straight sound, you know, right into the amplifier these days, mostly just a more raw sound, kind of like what Alex Lifeson was doing back on Counterparts. And in a lot of guitarists went that way in the 90s. You know, they stripped right down, and I did this kind of later because that's where I was evolved. I evolved into this where I am now for the past several years. So it's you know, everybody's kind of on their own road and their own progress too. So
So, well, that's fantastic. I really appreciate we can let everybody know here what the plan is and what we're doing, even for upcoming on the new record with the new sound. And yeah, it's exciting times for sure. Mm-hmm. All right, we better wrap this one up here. So we'll sign off here for now, and we'll see everybody again next week.
Okay.
All right. All right. Take care, Tim.
Okay.